Okay, it's 2 o'clock, but we're missing, looks like Nick, Debbie, and Robin, so we'll give it another couple minutes.
Who's on the iPhone 91? That
I think that's me. Mary Lou Harding.
Hi, Mary Lou.
Hi.
Okay, so present right now, we have Diane, Doug, Mary Lou, Sherry. Did I miss anyone?
You.
Yes.
Oh, here's Gloria. Hold on.
Oh, good. Gloria.
Hi, Gloria.
Hi, don't you look cute?
I don't feel good. I don't feel cute, but thanks.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I hope you were okay on the weekend.
Saturday was wonderful. Oh my God, we spent $1 million on the most beautiful plants, and they sat outside Sunday.
Enough
Oh,
said. Oh,
we just partied too much around here for Mother's Day. On that party, I'm telling you, it was so much fun.
it was wonderful. It was indeed. Yes. Well done. Well done.
Yeah, the team, it's really, without Anne, it was very challenging, but Maddie stepped up and just,
She
put
did.
everybody under the tent for line dancing. We had, which was one of our goals that we talked about either in April or March, that we hate canceling programs. So that worked out really nicely. Sherry, did you hear anything about it?
I mean, I think people were fine. It was a little chilly,
Yeah.
but it was fine. I mean, hey, we danced under the other tent when it was snowing, so I didn't think it was that bad.
Well, thank you.
Well, it looks like it's about 2 after 2, so we'll get started. So present today is myself, Emily, Diane, Gloria, Doug, Mary Lou, Sherry. Not here so far are Nick, Robin, and Debbie. Meeting is called to order at what I have is 2:03. Did everyone get an opportunity to look at the previous month's minutes for April?
Yes.
Okay. Does anyone have any comments or questions? Otherwise, we can have a motion to approve.
So moved.
Thank you. That's Sherry. Do I have a second?
Yes.
Yeah, I will second.
Thank you, Gloria. If there's no nays, the minutes will be approved.
Okay.
Minutes will be approved. Thank you. Next thing we have to discuss is announcements and holidays. But before I get into that, I just want to share something with you. Kind of an exciting weekend for us. My son graduated from BSU this weekend on Saturday. And what was really cool, we went to Gillette Stadium. So that was nice. I always love going there anyways. But the biggest part of it that you'll appreciate was 2 of our senior center family members were there for an award. On the Jumbotron, Biggest Life was Gloria Moran and Evie DeLutis. And they won awards. They were in cap and gown. They looked awesome up there. And I just want to read you what their Distinguished Service Awards were. And it really made me feel good that they're being recognized. So I'll just read it quickly. It's a short paragraph. Evelyn DeLutis and Dr. Gloria Moran, both are extraordinary alumna and engaged citizens. And that was another thing. I didn't realize that both of them graduated from BSU. So that was nice. They're powerful role models for ministering unto others. Together, they help lead Dress a Girl around the world, bringing hope and empowering thousands of poor young women through the simple but impactful act of sewing and providing much needed clothing. In her leadership of One Book, One Community, Dr. Moran has brought hundreds of community members together over nearly 2 decades to the shared experience of learning. Ms. DeLutis has also mentored countless Bridgewater State University student teachers and helped many of our international students hone their English language skills. And I know that they've had some of their international students visit us at the Senior Center in the past. And we see them at the Senior Center all the time, showing and doing good work. And I have the same picture. That is awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah.
So it was really,
So
really
that's great.
hot, warming to see them up there. And actually, they marched in at the very beginning of the students.
Nice.
I love that. I love that picture.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too. So anyways, thank you for letting me share that with you. The next thing we have is announcements and holiday closings. And it looks like Memorial Day, May 27th is our next closing. Is there anything else to add to that at all, Emily?
Nope, that's the one and only.
Okay, great. And now, Gloria, if you'd like to share the treasurer's report.
I will, but I'm going to preface by saying, I do have figures for all of you, but I was not aware that Ann would be away last week, and that's on me. And so we usually collaborate, and that didn't happen. So I will give you what I have and promise to go into more details next month, if that's all right with everyone.
Sure.
I didn't want to swamp Ann this morning on her first day back. So this is what I have. So I have for the Howard Foundation, that's a 0, and it has been for the last 3 months. Oh, and by the way, these balances that I will give you are as of May 10th. So they're very, very up to the minute. So Howard Foundation is 0 as we await to see if we're going to get the grant again. Then I will go to COA revolving, and our expenses for the month were $1,850. And our balance is $833. And that is again for all our fitness classes and our instructors. And then my next one, let's see, bear with me. Needy seniors, and that stayed the same. There were no expenses. It's been at the same balance of, let's see, $1,496. It's been like that since April. So that's with that. And then miscellaneous donations. Let's see, we had expenditures of $1,202. And then we have a balance of $55,417. And with miscellaneous donations, this month, we had an expense for our social work interns program of Live Your Life Well. And I'm told that it was a huge success. So that's very encouraging to hear. And then my final is nutrition. And our expenses were $1,093 with a balance of $8,844. And again, that's always bistro, packaging, men's breakfast, and some of the Mother's Day preps. So that leaves us with that balance. And as I said, those balances are accurate as of May 10th. And that's what I have for you this month.
Well, you know what, Gloria, I think it was a pretty detailed report just by what you said initially. Thank you. Does anyone have any questions for Gloria? Okay, well, thank you, Gloria, again. The next item on the list, the agenda, is the director's report. Emily?
Thanks, Dave. Just a quick note, we did reapply for the Howard Funds. We're just waiting to hear back. It's been a $10,000 grant that funds activities, trips, food, lunches, all kinds of fun stuff for seniors, for Bridgewater seniors specifically. So we reapplied, we're just waiting to hear back, which we usually do this month. So fingers crossed.
Absolutely.
Continuing with funds, we have grants that we'll be applying for. The first one is the Annual Service Incentive Award grant. It's been around for, 30+ years. It's funded by the state. We applied for this last year to purchase a new range and a convection oven in the kitchen, and we didn't get it. But I was told just 3 weeks ago to reapply and maybe freshen it up a little bit. What's trending right now in elder services is modernization of senior centers. So if you Google that, you can read up on all kinds of cool stuff that senior centers are doing to try to attract a variety of people, all ages, all backgrounds, all kinds of people, and to make our senior center more modern, which is so fun to say. We're gonna get a new oven. Why not? Our other one, Regina and Robin, have told us many times that it's just not like it used to be. So we'll also be getting a convection oven. And that's about a $20,000 grant. So I'll be writing that one pretty soon. We're still awaiting CPC funds for the community gardens, which was $100,000. I think everybody in this room was a part of the landscape architecture meeting groups last year, or maybe it was 2 years ago, at the senior center, just to get community buy-in, and community gardens came up at the top of the list for that space just outside my office. So we're just waiting to hear back. The holdup is it's at the legal department to make sure the land use is not restricted to be able to build something like that. So we're just waiting. We were awarded a $100,000 grant to put some new partitions in the senior center. As you all know, that our current ones are over 20 years old, and the circle button to try to open it, you have to punch it with your it hurts to open the door. So we're going to change up the hardware and really make it more modern, and put in a couple of new ones. So we'll be doing that this spring into the summer. It may disrupt classes a little bit, but the nice weather is here, so we can go outside under the tent, and the Conant Center will be available. That's sweet. On the agenda, Dave, is the Age Wave Social Club presentation. I apologize. That's going to be for next month.
No
Michelle,
problem.
she's going to do that next month. However, the program does start June 3rd. So if you know of anybody, especially caregivers who are struggling with taking care of a loved one with dementia, Alzheimer's type dementia specifically, please have them call Michelle. This will be a Monday and Wednesday social club at the senior center with specialized activities and food. And it's a partnership we'll be starting with the town of Halifax. So the Halifax Senior Center is very small. So we'll be expanding their activities using this grant virtually. So they'll be on Zoom, we'll be on person, and Michelle will be monitoring all the participants with new activity assistance. We'll be having an intern from BSU starting in September. And if anyone wants to volunteer for that, she's recruiting volunteers, especially if you've worked with somebody with dementia or taking care of somebody with dementia. She's looking for a couple extra set of hands to help her with the program. For activities, again, the senior center has been hopping. The men's breakfast last week, the women's brunch last week, Mother's Day brunch last week. There's just more people signing up, which is a good thing. And we've told a few out of towners, you'll be waitlisted, and if there's room, you'll be allowed to come in. And they don't seem to have a problem. It's not a lot. It's just a handful of people. So we are accommodating people, especially the men's breakfast. We had 50 signups for last week, and we had 75 for the women's brunch. Our next big event, you can see in the newsletter, we have some barbecues coming up. We have the Memorial Day one, I believe it's the 26th. And then we have our Father's Day barbecue, which will be a burger bar this year.
Yeah.
Get ready, Doug.
It's
You're coming.
29th.
The 29th. Thank you, Robin. The staff are doing amazing things I was going to send an email blast on Friday, but I kind of got distracted with the party. But Kathy Hayes was recently recognized by Old Colony Elder Services. A few of you wrote the description of why she should win this award. The award is new to the group. It's called the Care and Collaboration Award. And it's for individuals or organizations who have done something incredible for their community. And Kathy Hayes is an obvious candidate, but what she's done by contributing to the OCES, she's not just helping Bridgewater residents. She's on many committees with OCES, and she really has done an outstanding job. Thank you, Dave, and thank you, Gloria, for helping to write that. Dave was the last ticket holder to go to their 50th anniversary celebration where Kathy received the award. You can see on our Facebook page some photos of the event, but really well done.
Yay.
Emily, it was really nice to see Kathy get up on stage and accept her award. It was so well deserved.
Absolutely.
It almost makes me think we should do more shout out to people like you did with Gloria and Evie. And it's so nice to recognize people because we're
It
such a
really
great
is.
community, you know?
We kind of
Maybe we
neat if we
could-
could get it maybe in the next newsletter, a picture of Kathy for her award and Gloria and Evie from the Jumbotron picture. That would be neat.
That would be me.
Do I have your permission to use that photo you texted me, Dave?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. Kathy and Evie. Another shout out is to Mr. Greg Martin. He's our new veteran service officer. I don't know if everyone's had a chance to say hello and get to know him. He's really a kind person, retired Army officer and a retired Army, excuse me. And he is working full time at the Academy building, but he has office hours at the Senior Center on Mondays. Him and I are still working out the schedule because of space restrictions, but he will also be featured in the newsletter. I don't think he's going to write those great articles like Roddy did, but
Oh,
Dave Moore has stepped up and his articles are pretty darn good.
Emily, is he going to be there every Monday or just some Mondays?
Just on Mondays. He's a full-time employee of the town, but he's going to have office hours in Raynham. I don't know what's happening with that, but at least 2 a month.
Great.
Great.
Does everybody think we should maybe have a welcome event or some kind of maybe we can wait till November just to try to get the word out about him?
I
Yeah,
think it would be
acknowledge-
nice.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it'd be nice because if you're not there on Mondays, you're never going to see him
Yeah.
or know that he's there, you know.
It's a great point. Thank you.
It was kind of nice that he was at the men's breakfast because there was a lot of veterans there. And so that worked out real well. And he has posted on, I believe, Bridgewater Residents. I've seen his post a couple times. So he's trying to get the word out. So that's pretty good.
He's got a great energy.
Definitely.
Last shout out to everyone who helped out at the Mother's Day event. Regina, Robin, Dave, Gloria was kind of hybrid. Thank you all for just helping out with these events. We really don't have enough woman power or manpower to be able to handle large volumes. So just thank you very much for all of your hard work.
It went well. It went very well.
We ordered BSU food from the BSU catering. Not enough.
Yeah. Mm.
Wanda ran back out to get to Roach Brothers quiches and sweets, and
Oh, wow.
I think we'll be doing that this next round. The last thing I have on June 1st, Saturday, June 1st, is the Bridgewater Cultural Council funded our multicultural dance festival.
Oh, wow.
And this is the first of its kind. A lot of other communities, we haven't, Quincy, I've seen East Bridgewater do it. It's a great way to bring intergenerations together. So little kids and seniors and everybody in between. But what's great about it is it's a community building activity. So I hope everybody can make it. It'll be at the senior center Saturday, June 1st from 10 to 1. And we have Mata Dance, which is a dance studio just down the road doing some Scottish dance and some, I think they're doing the history of African dance for us. We have Margaret from the line dancing group leading a class, and her husband's band, the Creekside Junction Band, or Cranberry Junction Band, will be performing live music. Sam Baumgarten, who is a wonderful dancer, has 12 students of his doing contra line dancing. And we have, I believe, Bridgewater State University will also be bringing a dance group. So it will be multiple groups dancing at different times. And we want people to come bring their lawn chair and get up and dance. At the same time, there will be the pickleball court naming and a pickleball court tournament. So definitely stop by. There will be a lot of people. We have permission to park at the Mitchell School, and we have a food truck, and it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Nice.
Cool.
All grant
Sorry
funded.
to miss it. Very sorry to miss it.
No, we'll miss you. Dave, I think that's all I have.
Okay, well, that was quite a bit, so thank you. Does anyone have anything they'd like to bring up or add today before we come to an end?
Dave, can you hear me? My
Yes, I
screen
can.
says I'm connecting to audio. Am
I can hear you perfectly.
Okay, nice segue, Emily, into something I wanted to talk about shout-outs. Very often we don't see what goes on behind the scenes. Very often it's not brought to our attention, but I just want to take a moment to commend the yeoman's job, an old military term, that was performed by Gloria on the trip to see the Jersey Boys.
Oh,
Several bumps in the road, and many bumps in the road, were handled efficiently and promptly by her. Thanks, Gloria, for all your work. It was wonderful to see. I also want to, and she's probably going to be angry with me for doing this, but I also want to give some kudos to Diane, who
Yes.
quickly and efficiently diffused a potential issue at the restaurant. And as a result of her handling of that issue, our bus driver was fed as he sat in the bus guarding our belongings. And want to thank you, Diane, for doing that. It was noted and seen, believe me.
Oh gosh, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Doug. I appreciate that.
Well, thank you for sharing that with us, Doug. Actually, it sounded, other than that, I talked to Gloria and it sounded like it was a great show though, wasn't it?
Oh my
It
Lord,
was.
it was over the top.
Good.
Yep.
Does anyone have anything else they'd like to share or add?
Oh, by the way, just to follow up, I'm not sure many of you have followed up on that particular show, but Les and I looked at a couple of things, and Frankie Valli is now 90 years old, and he is in fact touring in England. He's lip singing all of the songs. He doesn't have his voice anymore. And coincidentally, almost at the same time we were looking at that, something came across our desk that he and his youngest son have been issued a restraining order against Frankie's older son, who apparently was in the process of coming into Frankie's house and lifting some of the memorabilia and trying to sell it on the open market. So the stories behind these famous people are incredible, and it's just so coincidental that these two things happen to come up at the same time that we were watching the Jersey Boys.
Wow. Wow.
Interesting.
Very.
Anyone else with anything else? Okay,
Doug,
it looks,
for saying those about Gloria and Diane. It's really, that just goes to show we all look out for one another. And Dave, I did fail to mention one thing. Because of all of the initiatives going on across the Commonwealth, I don't know if folks have heard about age-friendly communities. It was something that Marilee Hunt had mentioned to us just some time ago. Well, dementia-friendly communities has been a theme because since the pandemic, so many people, not just seniors, not just older adults, have had some cognitive changes. What's been going on is we've been kind of being, we're a very inclusive center, as everybody is very aware of. We welcome everybody. One of the things that we did during the pandemic was start the Memory Cafe, Alice's Cafe, after a woman named Alice. I don't know if anybody, maybe Gloria or Dave, you remember her? Oh, she was feisty. She was a South Boston girl. She was amazing. And right when the pandemic hit, we closed our doors, and her daughters moved her to a nursing home to be closer to them in Southie. And so, you know, as things, you know, progressed during the pandemic, we put together Alice's Cafe in her honor to try to bring activities for people with dementia. And it's been going for 4 years now, so strong. It's a welcoming program twice a month, the first and third Thursday. Anybody can come. You don't have to have dementia. But it's great because it's an opportunity for the caregiver and their loved one to sit down and do something together, to do something that's not going to be too challenging or overstimulating, or just something where the two people can be together, and it's wonderful. Judy Cater is our volunteer coordinator. She's a part of that. She puts together lovely spreads of food and drinks and kind of facilitates the groups that are happening. So as a result of that, we're starting the Age Wave Social Day Club for people with dementia. And excuse me, one of my goals, and I wanted to get everybody's feedback, is to have Bridgewater be a dementia-friendly community. It's a designation signed off. It's a pledge by the town council members as well as the town manager. Everybody just is more aware of what's going on at the senior center. We have those programs that I just mentioned. We also have transportation, Bridgewater Cares Transit, which is also a dementia friend. Both drivers are trained in Dementia Friends. Every other month, Kathy Hayes leads the Dementia Friends training workshop. I don't know if everybody's been to that here. I think, Dave, you have maybe Dementia Friends?
I have in the past.
So all the people calling, the caregivers, the loved ones who are calling the senior center looking for resources and support will now know to call the senior center to get exactly what they're looking for. And it's not, you know, extra work for anybody because they're already calling us, but it really brings awareness to the fact that Bridgewater is an inclusive community. I have to talk to the Bridgewater Communities for Civil Rights because they're also doing some, their whole mission is to make Bridgewater an inclusive environment. But we have a pledge going out to town council. I'll send everybody the date. But is there any feedback you wanted to provide on that? On the pledge to become a dementia-friendly community?
I think it's wonderful.
That's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It's just growing more and more.
Agree. Thank you. I'll send everybody the pledge just so they can take a look at it. And down the road, we'll have a committee just to get more people involved, like Leslie Barbosa, who runs Josie's Village, puts together volunteer matches with seniors in the community. And I did forget to mention that June is also Pride Month. So we have the Pride flag raising downtown on Monday, the 3rd. I believe, is it at noon? It should be on the town's website as well as the Facebook page. At the senior center, we have a performer coming. His name is Mung, And I guess he is wild, and has a lot of fun. So we'll be having our monthly luncheon with a great free musical performance. Later that night, if anyone's around and wants to go play putt-putt and have some barbecue, we'll be in Duxbury. We co-sponsored an event with the Duxbury Senior Center and Old Colony Elder Services. And those were all in the May newsletter as well, if you need details. Thanks.
Emily, you mentioned the name Merrill Lee, and I was just thinking while you were talking, Merrill Lee Hunt is having a retirement thing on a Saturday, and now I'm not sure, is it this Saturday or the following one? But I know it's something like 2 to 5, and I know personally Merrill Lee Hunt has been so invaluable to me and a couple of commissions I'm on, and she's always so involved and informative, and she's the most wonderful person you ever met. So I know the information is out there, but I know it's coming up on a Saturday, and it's a 3-hour just open house for her, and she really is going to be missed in Bridgewater.
He sure is. David, where is the open house?
It's
Yeah, street.
across from the fire department. There's a street right there. And again, I can post it and just look it up and let you know, because I don't have it with me right now. But I think it's this coming Saturday. It's on my calendar, so I can get the information.
It's Saturday.
It is Saturday. It's
yeah.
2 to 5, I believe.
Yeah, 3 to 6.
2 to 6.
3 to 6.
Thank you.
And
Which street is on? It's right across the street from the fire.
Cedar Street.
it's the former parish, related to the church, right, Sherry? Isn't it being held in the community center?
The community center. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not, it's across from the administration building at the university then,
Right,
if it's at the Cedar Street Community Center,
that's it. And it's
Yeah.
3 to 6.
which is the parish house for the Methodist Church.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Is there parking?
Well, there's parking. Yeah, there is, because there's parking at the church and there's parking across the street at the college.
Okay,
And on a Saturday,
Okay.
it's available.
good. Thank you. Thank you.
Mhm.
Anyone else comments or anything else to bring up?
David, could I ask a question of Emily?
Sure.
Emily, could you bring us up to date on what's going on with landscaping and grounds?
Thank you, Doug. Oh, yes, I would love to. So we have some funding available to put some nice shrubs and plantings and really make the senior center front and sides, not the back, because we don't talk about the back right now, to make it look nice. So I was going to ask, Doug, really, thank you. I was going to ask this group if anybody wants to help me interview some of the landscape architect companies to see what would be appropriate to plant there for years to come. Sherry, I'll be asking the garden club for their assistance. I asked Les, but I don't think she's interested. But if anybody's interested, I don't want to formalize it too much, but if you're interested in meeting at various times with a couple of landscape companies, that would be great. Just to get everybody's input, I think is nice.
Yeah, I would.
I would.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you need one more, Emily, I would be interested too. I enjoy that kind of stuff.
So Doug, Dave, and Sherry?
If I'm available, I'll be there too.
Awesome.
Same thing. If I'm available, that's the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So much is going on right
Well, so you
now.
got a group to choose from anyway, depending on availability.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Then I'll just go ahead and book the appointments, whatever you call them, and then just send an email to everybody. And if
Yep.
you're available, great.
Thank you. Thanks, Doug.
Yeah.
Do
Thank
you
you.
have anything else to bring up? Okay, it looks like the next meeting is June 10th, Monday at 2 p.m. on Zoom. And do I have an emotion to adjourn?
So moved.
Thank you, Doug. Do I have a second?
Second.
Who was first? I'll say Diane. Okay. Thank you, Diane. Meeting has been ended, adjourned. Thank you very much. Great meeting. Everyone have a great day. Thank you.
You
Bye-bye.
too, Dave. Thank
Bye,
you.
all.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
okay.